Hey everybody, how are you doing out there? Seems like it's been a while since I've been on here. And yes, I cut all my hair off. Don't know what got into me, but I just did it. I guess it just took too much time curling it and all that. Anyways, I'm having some more issues with my health. So I cut it off because I know I've got some things I gotta go through. And it will just be easy for me to take care of it like this. Anyways, I want to give you the good news about Jill. She actually had, the blood clot she had in her lung was called make sure I get this right, a saddlebag blood clot, which means it was long, it went this way, and it was long, and it went back and forth between the lungs, which I didn't know that could even be a possibility. But she came out of surgery, they got almost all of it. She finally got released, went home. Now, bless her heart, she's got shingles. Anyways, so then the excitement was my brother got a kidney stone. And it was pretty bad. And they admitted him, and then did the surgery on him the next day. He was just in too much pain to go home. And my brother's a Indianapolis firefighter. So for him to be down, it's a big deal because he's never down. He's the healthy one. But I will have something. I was even telling Katrina about this. There was something my brother was trying to get me to, because I get kidney stones all the time. And he said there's this stuff you send away and you get it and you drink it and it keeps you from getting kidney stones. Well, I'm not big at drinking stuff that tastes like yuck. I'm real bad about it. So I just kind of, one in one ear, out the other. Well, obviously it didn't work, did it? Because he's got kidney stones. Sorry, just a minute. Now, me and my brother, when my appendix burst, his appendix went bad. When I had gallbladder issues and had my gallbladder out, he went to the hospital. They thought he was having a gallbladder attack. And I swear, every time he gets a kidney stone, I know, get ready because it's coming. But I'm hoping it won't. Get that jinx off of me. Get that bad vibe off. So it's just been crazy. Just been hectic, Friends down, don't feel good. And anyways, I just wanted to bring you up today. I thought we'd just chat a little. I'm a Capricorn, so everything's got to be in its place, or it drives me crazy. And my place is so small that it's ridiculous. I'm so ready to move, and it's going to happen. I just know it will. I'll get a bigger place. It's going to happen. But anyways, I haven't, I've been kind of down with going through this issue with my esophagus and stomach and all that again. So I'm going to have my esophagus dilated. And they're going down to look at my stomach because I keep getting sick. I don't feel right. Every day I'm nauseous. And it's not the world. Even though that makes me nauseous. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's been so long since I talked to you guys. I do want to talk a little bit about the Delphi case. Now, I've been following all the, for the last 3 weeks, everything. And I've been getting the information from the state police, and they're not commenting. All they would say is they had divers in the Wabash River. And before they even got there, the dive team, state police actually took him out to the area, and he pointed out where they need to look for something. Then the divers came in. Now, they've been on this for 3 weeks heavy. I mean, heavy. You know, every day there's videos of them down there working and stuff. Everybody's speculating. Everybody's, you know, I still say Keaton Klein, his father. And when I did go back in my notes, which we'll go over those one, because I'm going to do a new reading on this, Delphi. But, there was 2 to 3 people. Now, I have my suspicions on 3 people. And 2 of them have last name Klein. And this is all for entertainment purposes only. Everybody's, you know, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But anyways, my point was with that, they would not be putting such resources out, the dive team. I mean, you should have saw the field, how many state police vehicles were there. I mean, it was, and they had the, oh God, what is it? The people that come to, after an accident's happened, and they, you know, take measurements and do all this stuff and reenact things. They're out there. So perhaps, now this is just, you know, my thinking here. They're looking for something. I think it's a weapon. I think it could have been thrown off into the creek or the river. And I want to go back over that, the river, because I saw something, and it said that the Wabash River ran into the Deer Creek, and you could go through it and get to it by canoe. So I'm gonna research that some more, because that's kind of odd. Another way transportation killers used. You know, we can speculate all we want, and there's so many people out there covering the case. Like I said, I don't put it up anymore because I never worked on Delphi for this to get subscribers. I did it because it's really close to my heart. I'm an hour and a half away from it. And my girls, of course. Something I do want to say, and I urge all of you to do this too, is, you know, we need to pray for the families, for Libby and Abby's families, because what this must be doing to them every time something comes out, you know, I can't even imagine. So perhaps we need to be praying for them a little bit, and you know, have them in our thoughts and prayers for what's up ahead. And we will not know. Well, some of us know, but It's things we can't talk about. It's things we don't want to talk about. It's things we didn't want to see, we saw. Anytime you tap into the energy like that, to read on it, read on that person, it takes you into that energy. And it's hard. It's hard seeing all that, seeing all the bad in the world. But then again, there's times when we get to see wonderful things. So, but we're going to go into more in depth on that. Like I said, I want to do a reading with cards and everything. I'm going to just, and if any of you have any questions, please leave them in comments, and I will ask them. I'm not sure which cards I'm going to use. I've got like several pairs out. And then I got 2 decks of my crime cards that I made. Whatever calls to me. My voice sounds gruff. Whatever calls to me, I will use. I do want to say that how do I want to say this? You know, I could have it. I might. Okay, if I was a police officer, I was a detective, I might be 99.9 sure that person's guilty. But unless I have something that connects, I can't go after that person. I mean, I can watch and, you know, if they have a slip up or something, but the law is you have to follow the law. And sometimes it seems like the law protects the guilty more than the victims. At times it seems like that. What else do I want to say about this? And the going around about Keegan Klein's cousin that was arrested. He was arrested because he had an outstanding warrant. He's got in trouble, DUIs, and lots of seatbelt, you know, things like that. And he's out. Now, there has been talk about Keegan Klein being at his grandparents' house. And, like his phone pinged at the grandparents' house. I need to look into more of that because I'm not so sure about that. But I believe they're trying to tie something in with the grandparents' house being, and he wasn't that far. Keegan Klein and his father Tony, when their house got how do I want to say that? When the warrant for their house, you know, that they had in Peru was searched and everything. And they found all the child porn and everything. You know, something that's bothered me is there's nothing out there on Tony Klein. You know, where is Tony Klein? Seems really odd. Maybe he's staying gone, hid. I would think that the law enforcement would know where he's at, though. But anyways, something is definitely up because they would not, the state police, Indiana State Police would not put all that money, all that time, all the manpower that they were using on this search of the river, the Wabash River. And there is a kind of like bridge over that too. So that's some questions I have on that more. I definitely feel that I don't know. I still feel like there's 3 of them. And I don't know why I feel this way, but I'm thinking, who could the 3rd person be? And then when I was thinking that, you know who popped in my head? Ron Logan. Now, they said he didn't have any, like, he got in trouble for drinking and driving and stuff like that. He never had any assaults or whatever, although girlfriends have came forward and said that he beat them and whatever. But, that's hearsay, since nothing was ever done and they just came forward, I'm gonna have to ponder on this because I really I've got lots of questions about, even though I still declines the big G over their head. Of course, Ron Logan's not here to, he's passed away. But the only other person I ever felt strongly for and was so sure that did it was James Chadwell. And I think you probably all remember him. Got the little girl, I think it was in Kokomo. Petey, is that you? I hope that's Petey. Or I could have another mouse in the house. Oh, I do not want another mouse. Now, where was I? Because the mouse got me. Please, don't let that be a mouse. Let be my girls cleaning up the kitchen or something. Well, anyways, what I mean is, I thought he was it. He took that little girl down there. If the police hadn't came back, that little girl would be dead. The things he did to her, it's horrendous. And the little girl just went missing, and she happened to went by his house, and he lured her in by saying, "You want to look at my new puppies?" And, she came in, and the police came to his house, knocked on his door, he answered, and he says, "Yeah, she was here earlier, petting my dog." Well, they went away, but they came right back, and they found the little girl down in the basement in a locked room. She was already chained up. And he'd already done awful things to her, and even his dog, which was a pretty big, mean dog, was biting on her, and it was awful. It was just pure awful. Everybody, responders that came to that and saw that, they all had to get help after that because it was really bad. Thank God the police went back. That little girl wouldn't be here today. So I really thought it was him. But, when you go into people's energy, of course, that's how sometimes we might get things wrong. It's not, it's interpretation. Some of us hear it, some of us see things, some of us, or we could do all of those things. But it takes a lot of work and, a lot of meditation and a lot of, a lot of work. But it's really rewarding. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's very painful. But I thought so sure that it was James Chadwell. I couldn't believe it wasn't him. But, he was the same energy as, until even my light's blinking on that. And I just want to, talk about Keegan Kline he's guilty. He's guilty. But I believe he wasn't born like he is. I believe he was made into the person he is today. And I think the person that had the biggest impact on him, and not in a good way, was his father, Tony. Does that excuse him? No. He's still, But I'm not so sure that he actually killed them. But he's guilty because he was in on all that stuff. And I don't know if he's well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with, they find what they're looking for. But they must be pretty sure they're going to find something because, like I said, they were out there 3 weeks. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But, every day, I'm waiting for it. The news. Wouldn't that be wonderful for Abby and Libby to have justice? And their families to we get so wrapped up in the cases that we forget about what the family must be going through. And although I know what it feels like to lose a child, it's not the same as if your child was murdered. Things were done. That makes it, that's a whole nother other pain. And my heart goes out. So maybe we could remember them in our prayers. Keep them uplifted. They don't know everything either. And, quite honestly, I think it's a mouse, and I don't want to go in there and see. I'm going to have to go check out the mouse. I might be back. But anyways, I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Pray that isn't a mouse in there. Oh, gosh, I do not want to deal with the mouse.